peace be with all you, your beloved brothers and sisters. This is the first greeting of the risen Christ, the Good Shepherd who gave his life for God's flock. I, too, would like this greeting of peace to enter your hearts, to reach your families, to all people, wherever they may be, to all peoples, to all the earth. Peace be with you. See, Cardinal Robert Prevost was elected to be the new leader of the Catholic Church on May 8th, taking the name Leo XIV. He is the first American pope in the 2,000-year history of the Catholic Church. Pope Leo appeared on the central balcony of St. Peter's Basilica around 70 minutes after white smoke billowed from a chimney atop the Sistine Chapel, signifying the 133 cardinal electors had chosen a new leader for the 1.4 billion-member Catholic Church. Speaking from the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica for the first time as Pope, Leo XIV addressed in Spanish. Peace be with all you. Pope Leo XIV said in his first public words, "The power to see, I to peace be with all you beloved brothers and sisters." This is the first greeting of the risen Christ, the Good Shepherd who gave his life for God's flock. That I, too, would like this greeting of peace to enter your hearts, to reach your families, to all people, wherever they may be, to all peoples, to all the earth. Peace be with you. Help us to then each other to build bridges with dialogue, with encounter, uniting us all to be one people always in peace. Thank you to Pope Francis that we must seek together how to be a missionary church. A church that builds bridges and dialogue is always open to receive as this square with open arms. To all who need our charity, our presence, dialogue, love. And if you allow me also a word and a greeting to everyone, in particular to my beloved church of Giglio in Peru, where a faithful people accompanied as my bishop and shared as my faith.u.s. President Donald Trump congratulated Pope Leo on his election to head the Catholic Church and said it is such an honor to realize that he is the first American pope. What excitement and what a great honor for our country. I look forward to meeting Pope Leo XIV. It will be a very meaningful moment. The choice of Prevost was announced by French Cardinal Dominic Lamberti with the Latin words Habemus Papam. We have a pope to tens of thousands of people gathered in St. Peter's Square to hear the news. Leo becomes the 267th Catholic pope after the death last month of Pope Francis, who was the first Latin American pope and had led the church for 12 years and widely sought to open the state institution up to the modern world. A crowd gathered in the Vatican and expressed their happiness over the election of the Pope. This is I came only for this. Whoever he may he be the best Pope. With all this crowd and the love that we are bringing to him from everyone, you and I, everyone who is here, we want a renewal, a new church. And that is what we will have: extremely moved and happy, unexpected, extraordinary. Aged 69 and originally from Chicago, Pope Leo has spent most of his career as a missionary in Peru and became a cardinal only in 2023. He has given few media interviews and rarely speaks in public. Prevost has attracted interest from his peers because of his quiet style and support for Francis, especially his commitment to social justice issues. Prevost served as a bishop in Giglio in northwestern Peru from 2015 to 2023. Pope Francis brought him to Rome in 2023 to head the Vatican office in charge of choosing which priests should serve as Catholic bishops across the globe, meaning he has had a hand in selecting many of the world's bishops, Prevost said during a 2023 Vatican press conference. Our work is to enlarge the tent and to let everyone know they are welcome inside the church. The first American-born pope is not a fan of the Trump administration. Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, who is now Pope Leo or a height, has multiple posts on what is very likely his X account that criticize or outright rebuke the words and policies of President Trump. In February, He shared an article from a National Catholic Reporter titled J.D. Vance is Wrong. Jesus doesn't ask us to rank our love for others. In response to Vance's concept of Ordo Amoris, a narrow interpretation of love that Pope Francis himself admonished in April, he reposted Catholic writer Rocco Palmo, who wrote his Trump and Buckley use over the feds is illicit deportation of a U.S. resident, once an underage Salvadorian himself. Now, D.C. obsessively asks, do you not see the suffering? Is your conscience not disturbed? How can you stay quiet? Pope Leo was also critical of Trump's family separation policy. In 2018, he retweeted a scathing post from Cardinal Cupic. There is nothing remotely Christian, American, or morally defensible about a policy that takes children away from their parents and warehouses them in cages. This is being carried out in our name, and the shame is on us all. The new pope also has multiple reposts showing sympathy and support for George Floyd, the black man whose police murder was a catalyst for racial justice movements in 2020. He reposted words in opposition to Trump's refugee ban and Muslim ban, as well as articles on rivers of blood flowing from Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the Russian attack on a Catholic missionary headquarters in Mariupol. The Pope is expected to strike a Pope Francis-like court on issues of immigration and poverty. Two things the current administration is directly opposed to. 133 eligible cardinals participated in a secretive voting process known as the conclave. The cardinals had no contact with the outside world, and their votes were not revealed. The term conclave comes from the Latin term conclaves, meaning with a key a reference to the tradition of locking the cardinals away until a new pope is elected. Cardinals below the age of 80 voted. Although all cardinals could attend the meetings irrespective of age, more than 100 Roman Catholic cardinals meeting in a secret conclave elected the new pope in 2 days. White smoke appeared from a chimney atop the Sistine Chapel of the Vatican on Thursday, signaling that a conclusive vote was held with the world watching, and history made Pope Leo XIV steps into the papacy, not just as a new leader, but as a symbol of renewal, dialogue, and a church reaching out with open arms.